So, I'm not good at this sort of thing, but there's something I want to talk to you about. Did I ever tell you I grew up in Skywatch? I was raised on the streets, but not alone. I had friends, good ones. And I want your help finding them. No, we were just a bunch of street kids, but we were close. We made do with what little we could scrounge up, carved out a good life for ourselves. But one day, they just vanished. I went out to find us a meal, and when I got back, Jaka, Silver Slip, and Song were just gone. I've spent years trying to find any trace of them without any luck. But I finally have a lead from a friend in Skywatch. I want you to come with me. The tip came from an old friend, Brisha. We'll find him near Skywatch. Big softy never left the place. This is the first lead on my friends I've had in years. I'm afraid to get my hopes up. It's been so long. Is this really my chance to find them? Well, I went out to find us a meal like usual. But when I got back to our base, they were gone. I sat around for a while like an idiot, figuring they were just off doing something. Then I noticed signs of a struggle in the dirt. No idea. Nothing good, I'll tell you that. I asked around for months, trying to find someone who saw anything, heard anything. Whatever happened to them happened real quiet. Maybe because someone didn't want anyone finding out. Every so often, if a caravan that hired me passed by, I'd sneak back in and talk to people. But I was always worried that someone might be looking for me. I had no idea who took the others, so my imagination ran a little wild. Mostly I stayed away. Like I said, there were 4 of us. We were all out on the streets for one reason or another. It's a tough life. Most turn a blind eye to dirty, hungry-looking street urchins. So we learned to look out for each other. We were inseparable. Ah, Skywatch. I know these streets like the back of my hand. Mostly because I called at least half of them home over the year. There, that's Brisha. You talk to him. I'm going to hang back and keep watch. I don't want anything surprising us.
This one does not know your face. But, Ember, it is a joy for these old eyes to see her well. Even if she is still a bit jumpy. She watches the area just as she did when she was a child. Always uneasy. Are you her friend? A passing merchant mentioned a Palmar at the Gateway Inn in Sadrith Mura. A brawler fighting for entertainment. When I asked for details, he described Jacob perfectly. Mild-mannered, orange and black markings. 3 earrings in each ear. It's him. If the merchant is to be believed, Jakkar's there because he's a Telvanni slave. I don't know how long he's been in Vardenfell, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was sold off as soon as he was snatched from Skywatch. The thought breaks my heart.
I'm grateful for any information about the fates of my friends, old man. You've been a great help.
You can show your
I cannot
appreciation
picture
by
sweet
not calling me old man, little Jekyll's-Head. If you find Jakkar, Silver Slip, or Pretty Little Song, you let this one know, yes? And be careful, Ember.
I will, I promise. And then we'll be back to eat all your bread, just like the old days. I cannot picture sweet, gentle Jakkar in the fighting pit. In Sadrith Mora of all places. If he's truly a Telvanni slave, I will tear out every throat I find. This is my fault. If only I'd been faster that day. Come on, let's get to the Gateway Inn. Can you blame me? There's no reason besides tracking down Jakka that I would willingly enter that land of hateful, enslaving Dark Elves. If I could, I'd send that meteor that floats in their sky into the Telvanni lands. I'd like to see them try. I'll be on my best behavior because I want to find Jakka. But if a Telvanni so much as touches me, I can't be held accountable for what I do. A lightning bolt through the skull might do some of them good anyway. Not all of them. I just get mad thinking about the ones who kept Khajiit and Argonian slaves. I know not all Dark Elves are like that, so I shouldn't be so distrustful. But the Telvanni definitely are. Arrogant bastards. I'll behave, don't worry. Once we find Jakka, I plan to get them out of there as quietly as possible. Preferably in a manner that doesn't involve me shoving a dagger between Telvanni ribs. But that's really up to them, isn't it? Was it too much to hope that we'd find Jakka outside, sweeping or something? Come on. Guess we have to go inside.
Our service here at the Gateway Inn is second to none. If the owner or his wife ask, tell them I was enthusiastic in serving you. Hamar? What do you want with one of them? I don't care. Go ask the inn owner. I'm just supposed to tempt customers with our delicious food!
The Gateway Inn boasts an impressive clientele. I do not remember seeing the likes of you or your friend here before. I do hope you find everything to your liking. Jara, or was it Jakka? You're referring to my has-been moneymaker, I assume. Sadly, you're too late. I sold him a few weeks ago. He was getting slow, complained about being sick. People don't pay for a limp-fisted brawler. Sure I do. And I'll even tell you where. Provided the brute is still alive. He had such weak lungs for a creature so big. But first, you do something for me. My information does not come free of charge. A jeweler by the name of Varvisi Uleni is selling a lovely bracelet that I wish to acquire for my wife. But she won't come down on the price. Varvisi sells outside Tel Naga most days. Get me that bracelet, and I'll tell you what I know.
A bracelet? Really? Can't I just stab this guy in the ribs and get the information that way? No? Ugh. Fine. That must be Varvisi there. A merchant like that always has the most valuable wares on their person. No problem. I can rifle around in her pockets without her ever suspecting a thing. But for that to work, I'm going to need your help. You might not love this, but trust me, it'll be fun. I used to do this trick with Song and Silversleep whenever we needed some extra coin. I'm going to turn you into a monkey. Then you run up to Varvisi and distract her so I can pinch the bracelet. Hilarious, right? You'll be just enough of a distraction. Just rifle through her stuff. All eyes will be on you, and no one will notice me slipping a hand into her pocket. It's perfect. But the spell won't last forever, so we have to do this quick.
Finest merchandise around.
Vex, save me! What is this? Away with you, filthy, flea-bitten creature!
You were a little too good at that. You make a pretty cute monkey anyway. I got the bracelet. It's just as ugly as I imagined. It'll be perfect for that overblown bastard's wife. Come on, let's get back to the inn and throw it in his face. That red-eyed piece of guardung just made us do his bidding for no other reason than to make sure we know how superior the Telvanni are. Turning you into a monkey was fun, but now all I can think about is wringing that bastard's neck. You're right. Thanks. I needed that. I have to remember that we're here for Jakar. I can suffer anything if it means finding him in the end. And I know someday, the debt that the Telvanni have incurred will come due. I hope I'm around to see it.
Ah, you again. I'd nearly forgotten about you. Do I dare hope you procured the bracelet I asked for? Exquisite. Am I correct in assuming your little friend back there did the deed? The cats who aren't properly trained to behave tend to be good little thieves. Now, I am a man of my word. I sold the sickly Palmer to a group of bandits. The gentleman I did business with told me that his band was headed to Polk next. Here, I'll mark the location for you. The man's name was Browser Inlador, and that, my friend, is all the information I have for you. Now kindly scurry off.
Let's get to Polk and find those bandits. If Jakar's sick, that's the last place he should be. Plus, I need somewhere to direct this energy. Clawing my way through a few mercenaries might help. This is the place. Well, let's chat before we rush in. If Ositos was telling the truth and Jakar is really sick, then we need to rescue him quick. I have no idea what a bunch of bandits would want with a sick Palmar. I can't imagine they're nursing him back to health out of the goodness of their hearts. As quickly and efficiently as possible. If Jakar is in there, I don't want him suffering any longer than he has to. I've already made him suffer long enough, and if we get to knock some heads along the way, all the better. Come on, let's get inside. Keep your eyes and ears open. Remember, Jakar's a Palmar, so he's probably going to be hard to miss. Even still, let's stay vigilant. I'm not wasting this chance. I have waited too long to lose track of him now. That's him over there. He's still alive. Jakar, we're here to help.
Is that Ember? The little shadow of Skywatch? You must be real. Not even in this one's wildest fevered hallucinations could I have imagined seeing Ember after all these years. What a gift! She looks well, healthy and strong. And she has found a strong companion. Jakar is relieved. Once, Jakar wondered if Ember had orchestrated some part of our family's fate. But that thought passed as quickly as it came. The little girl with the ember eyes, she would never harm us. She would... Yes, of course. Thank you. This one had hoped not to die in this wet, dark place, but had resigned myself to it all the same. This is a welcome change. Jakar will follow you to safety. Lead the way. This one can smell fresh air.
Talk to Jakar, would you? I want to heal him a bit.
Ah, the fresh air already makes this one feel better. I am in your debt. And Ember, how clever she was to track me down. She was always so smart. I used to love the way her eyes all but burned in her skull when she was trying to solve a problem. It was all very sudden. It was a group of mercenaries, though not any faction this one was familiar with. They descended quickly and incapacitated me. Then, they went for Silverslip and Song. There was one strange thing. It was Silverslip's expression. She looked scared as they took her and Song away. You must understand, Silverslip was never scared. Even when truly afraid, it manifested as anger. It was odd, as if she knew something in that moment we did not. This one remembers very clearly an insignia on the mercenary's armor. It is burned into my mind. But for all these years, I have not been free to investigate it. Now that I am safe, I will focus on getting well and hunt down that symbol. Thank you again for rescuing this one. You have a good heart, Jakar can tell. And Ember would not be with you if she did not fully trust you. Her trust is a hard thing to earn. You are quite special indeed, and this one is thankful for you. It is good for Jakar to even think of this. Many days were full of despair, and I did not wish to think of the future. First, I will get far away from this place. I will get healthy again, and I will help Ember. We will find lost friends. I saw both of my friends accosted. Then it went dark. When I came to, I could hear Song weeping. After that, there was a magic sleep, I think. When it wore off, I was in the belly of a stinking dark elf boat. You are kind, friend of Ember. I am at ease now that I see Ember, and now that I have my freedom back. Jakar will recover and see what other adventures Joan and Jode have in store.
Thanks for talking with him. I didn't trust myself not to cry. When I was small, hanging around Jakar always made me feel safe. Even now that I'm grown, I have that same feeling. I can't believe we found him after all this time. Thank you. I heard. That's good. But for now, let's just enjoy this victory. I'd almost given up hope of finding my friends. Thanks to you, I have faith again. I couldn't have done this without you. Jakar and I both owe you so much more. But here, take this.
Ember, you've grown so much. This one is so grateful to see how strong you've become.
Oh, you big lug. I missed you. I swore I would find you no matter what it took. Even if the two moons fell from the sky.
Sister. You have found me, so be at peace. Next, we will find Silverslip and Song.
You remember Jakar, right? I got a letter from him. Messy, that thing. It's probably hard to hold a pen in those big mitts of his. Anyway, apparently he's made good on his promise to research the mercenaries who grabbed him, Silverslip, and Song. Possibly. He found someone who may recognize the badge on the mercenary armor that he remembers. If he's right, that may lead us right to the bastards who took them. It was a long time ago, sure, but this is more information than I've ever had. Jakar said we should wait until he knows something for sure, but I don't want to sit around. Jakar is in Marbrook in Greenshade. I want to go there and talk to him. Maybe there's something we can do to expedite things. Come with me? Once we find Jakar in Marbrook, I'm sure he'll have something for us to do. He told me to be patient, but he knows me well enough to know that's like asking him to change his stripes. I've been patient for a long time. I'm done with that. He did small jobs for them sometimes, if the pay was all right and the work wasn't too unsavory. I think before we met up, he may have been with one group or another. Not much to his liking, I think. He never fit in with that type. Too soft-hearted. Look, people end up living on the streets for a lot of reasons. You don't pry. Sometimes you learn something in passing, but if the person has your back in tough spots, their past isn't that important. though. I wonder if that was wise. I've always wondered, what if it was one of our past that caught up to us that day? That's why my friends were taken. What if it was my past? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but in the absence of any other information, it kind of haunts me. I think I like Marbrook. Lots of Khajiit here, by the looks of it. Come on, we need to find Jakar. He's around here somewhere. Big guy like him won't be hard to spot. We should probably check out the local outlaws' refuge. He's probably laying low, just in case. People like me and Jakar tend to feel safer in places like that. I mean, I wouldn't exactly call us outlaws, but my friends and I were never fussy about how or where we got our food and coin. Outlaws' refuges tend to attract people with similar mindsets, is all. There he is, the lazy lump.
You are predictable, Ember. I knew you would not wait for me to write again.
What can I say? I haven't changed a bit. Talk to our friend here about what you found out. I'm going to watch our backs.
It is good to see you again, cherished friend. Because of you and Ember, this one has been allowed to rest and recover here in Marbrook. Jakar feels strong once more. This one assumes you are here about the information about the mercenaries. Indeed. They were called Kestrin's Blades. Curiously, they disbanded sometime not long after we were accosted by them in Skywatch. Though they no longer operate, this one found the name of one of their captains, Gurus. Not very much, sadly. But this one does know he currently lives near Stonetooth Fortress in Betnik. If he was a captain of the Kestrin Blades, he may know where they took Silverslip and Song, and why. This one is hopeful. This one hopes you find more answers in Betnik. Speak to Gurus, see what he can tell you. And take care of Ember. The responsibility of such a task wears on her, Jakar can tell. Make sure she does not whittle herself down to nothing. No? Even after all this time, this one still remembers how to sneak about and move unnoticed. I traveled in darkness, and with the gold Ember provided, eventually bought passage on a boat to Skywatch. I found Brisha, and eventually, he sent me here. Without the others, Skywatch did not feel the same to Jakar. Bad memories, perhaps. But with coin and some easy work, I can stay warm and eat regularly here. I had time to search for information about the mercenaries. This one hopes it is helpful. This one hopes you find more answers in Betnik. Speak to Gurus. See what he can tell you.
Are you safe here in Marbrook, Jakar? Do you have a place to stay?
You need not worry so much, little sister. You'll end up with even more white hair. Jakar is fine.
Who's this? Stand still, would you? I better have a good reason for interrupting my drinking. Start swaying and talking to me. How am I supposed to take the measure of you? It's pretty strong stuff. Good stuff. I want to keep drinking. Why are you bothering me? I'm retired. Leave me to drink in peace. Yeah. More like Kestrin's farts. That band was doomed from the day we joined up together. Ah! I know it well, stranger. I was one of the captains. But what of it? I told you I'm retired. Blissfully retired and drunk. A bomber, and, yeah, well, that does sound a bit familiar. My head is too fuzzy. You expect me to remember something that far back when I've been drinking all day? Piss off, you and your 3 friends back there.
Psst. I've got an idea of how we can sober this guy up. If we can sober Gurus up, he might be able to tell us where they took Silver Slip and Song. But we're going to need a pretty powerful concoction. There should be some sour algae near the shore. I can make a brew that'll singe his eyebrows off. Magister Irin taught me this one, believe it or not. It's technically alchemy, but that's just another form of magic to me. Sour algae smells and tastes terrible, but if you mix it right, it makes even the drunkest toffs clear-headed. 2 handfuls of the stuff should do it. We don't need much. Trust me, once you smell it, you'll understand why. It'll be alongside the shore. Come on, let's go. That should be enough. Phew! That's strong. We're going to be stinking like this for a few days, I guarantee you. But that should be enough for what I need. Ugh. Sometimes I really hate having a keen sense of smell. Now, I do a bit of this, a bit of that, and try not to gag while I work. Just give me a moment to whip up the tonic. I think I remember how to make this. Been a while. Oh, fish biscuits. The smell is going to make me throw up. Almost done. Here, maybe you can carry this. I hate the smell.
Oh, good. You're back. What do you want now? What do you and your blurry friends want now? Ha! Why didn't you just say so? Give it here. Malakath's crusty arse! What was that? I'll be damned. That's some powerful stuff. I feel like I've cleared out 10 years worth of crud. My mind's sharper than it's ever been. You got any more of that? Could come in handy. What was it you wanted to talk to me about again? Yeah, I remember now. I wasn't thrilled with the contract. It came from some secretive group, but the pay was too good to pass up. It seemed easy enough on the surface. Grab a Redguard lass, and if her friends were with her, they were fair game. Nah, they didn't really say, and the Blades knew better than to ask. Besides, we got a Palmar and a Wood Elf out of the deal. The Palmar sold for a good bit of coin. The Wood Elf, though, she was trouble. Yeah, still feel bad about her. We were passing through Shadowfen and ran afoul of some vampires. Our leader bargained for peaceful passage and gave her to them as payment. Not far from the Shrine of the Black Maw. Wasn't my choice, but I went along with it. No idea. We peeled off from Kestrin's Blades before we ever made the trade. Things started falling apart after that job. But if you want to find the Wood Elf, try the Shrine of the Black Maw. Bloodsuckers are still crawling all over that place.
They handed Silver Slip over to vampires? Bastards! Come on, let's get to Shadowfen.
I'm quite busy, can't you see?
This place makes my fur stand on end. Let's just look for any signs of Silver Slip and then get out. I don't want to linger here. Wait, stop! I recognize this journal. It's Silver Slip's. She always kept it on her. She's been here.
Once the unbound Daedra is summoned, you must be forced to submit.
Ember, what are you doing here? Silver Slip! You... Oh no, you...
Don't you dare pity me, Ember. Meet me outside. We can talk there.
She could never deal with kindness or pity at all. Silverslip is safe and well, but Silverslip is also a vampire. I'm really not sure how I'm supposed to feel right now. Ooh, got to be something good and... Can you talk to Silverslip for me? I need a moment to brace myself.
I'm still me, Ember. I'm not about to lose control. But fine, I'll speak with your friend. I already read about all my secrets already.
You're brave, reaching in there like that.
You read my journal, so now you know all my sordid secrets. Like how this was all my fault, and I'm the one that got my friends taken away. Did you come here to shame me? Well, you're too late. You can't say anything I haven't already told myself. And now you found me. Shall I recount the tale for her? The one where I'm a gullible, foolish child who thought Song's family really missed her, and that I could help reunite them. I should have burned that letter. That's how they found us. Indeed. A letter supposedly from Song's heartbroken mother. I read it because I'm an idiot, but I remember a drawing on the parchment. Strange eye. It must have been magic. A glyph, maybe? I'm almost certain it's how they tracked us down. You might be right. I never looked into it because I thought it was better if everyone assumed I was dead. Then, I wouldn't ever have to face the truth. But deep down, I always knew this day would come. Now that it's here, I want to help. I always figured it would be Ember who came looking for me. That girl doesn't know when to quit. Go on, talk to her. Apparently she isn't ready to speak to me. Because I was stupid, all right? I was a dumb, naive kid who thought she knew the world better than everyone else. I never thought it was that big of a deal. I just wanted to help Song, and I didn't think I needed anyone's help. A lot of good that did. Maybe not, but I should have been smarter. I just wanted Song to have a family who loved her. I wanted a family, a real one, my whole life. And there was one practically begging her to come back. I thought I was doing the right thing. Noticed that, did you? That's a keen eye you have. But yes, I am. It wasn't exactly my choice, but I've learned to accept it. I have people that look out for me now, almost like the old days. It's not unbearable or anything.
Let me talk to my friend first, Silverslip. Don't go anywhere. For years, I've carried the guilt of losing my friends. But hearing Silverslip's story helps a little. I think her burden of guilt is much heavier than mine. How can she bear it? My heart hurts for her. Still, we found her. That's a victory. Silverslip made a mistake when she was a kid. Who among us is immune from that? I'm not angry with her at all. I was a little thrown by seeing her as a vampire, but ultimately I'm just happy she's here and that we're reunited. True. It seems like seeing me is giving her the kick she needs. She's been feeling guilty for so long, but now she has a chance to make it up to herself. And she even has a clue to lead us to Song. This worked out all around. For now, I think we should just be proud of what we accomplished. You helped me find not one, but two of my friends. People I've been searching for years. And thanks to you, Silverslip and that strange glyph might lead us to Song. Thank you.
I don't expect you to forgive me, Ember.
I'm just glad you're alive, Silverslip. We already found Jakat too. He's in Marbrook.
Really? You found him? Oh, Ember, I'm different now, but I can still help. Let me atone for all of this.
You're the only one who saw that strange eye drawn in the letter. We need you, Silverslip. we'll find Song together. Let me send word to Jakka before you find him in Marbrook, just so he's prepared.
Probably a good idea. I'd hate to scare the stripes off him.
I have news about my friends. Silverslip and Jakka have been working to track down that strange ice symbol, remember? I'm not exactly sure what they've been up to, but Silverslip got a threatening letter from a merchant in Bangkorai. I'm worried. It says that Jakka and Silverslip are putting themselves in danger by looking for Song, and that they need to be careful. The wording is friendly enough, but in that way where you can be certain that the message behind it is not. The man who wrote the letter is named Isbad. I say we pay him a visit and figure out what this is all about. I don't want to risk Jakka or Silverslip getting hurt. We're better equipped to deal with any threats. Isbad's in Bangkorai. Will you come? This letter says we'll find Isbad near the Anchor's Point Inn in Evermore. I think he was expecting Jakka and Silverslip to show up, so hopefully we won't scare him off. If he knows something about Song, we have to talk to him. Let's go. The red guard there must be our merchant Isbad. Merchant my scaly Arconian ours.
Ah, I had a feeling my letter would somehow make its way back to you and your friend. I am Isbad. I apologize for the deception, but I am not actually a merchant. King Faharajad's goals happen to align with yours. What say you to a partnership? In a sense. The young woman you seek is the heiress of a family that runs a very powerful and dangerous organization called the Emerald Eye. The king seeks to put down the Emerald Eye for the betterment of Alikir, but has been unsuccessful thus far. We both seek the same woman, albeit for different reasons. But you have an advantage that we do not. You are not agents of the king. We know of an estranged uncle from said family living in Alikir, but he refuses to speak with us. Indeed. His name is Azamel. As far as we can tell, he's been cut off from the family business, but likely still has valuable information. Go to Sentinel and convince him to speak with you. He's likely hanging around an inn. Just be cautious. My apologies. It was never my intention to threaten. I merely wanted to stress the imminent danger you and your friends were putting yourselves in by getting closer to the Emerald Eye. People who cross this family die. We know frustratingly little about the organization itself. They're powerful, wealthy, and they have a hand in a great many illicit activities. There are many rumors about how they came to power, but most prevalent among them revolves around a relic. Yes, one possibly magical in nature. That's what concerns the king the most. Not only do they have a great deal of unchecked power, but if the means by which they accumulated it is based in rituals and dark magics, then they may be harder to quell. That depends if she's a willing participant in their schemes. However, the information we've been able to glean thus far makes that seem unlikely. If she's not a willing participant, the king will protect her. You have my word on that.
I thought I knew Song so well when we lived together in Skywatch, but I had no idea she was part of such a powerful family. I suspected she came from wealth, but she never even mentioned the Emerald Eye. I guess we need to go talk to this uncle. I'm not sure. They sound like bad news, and what sort of family kidnaps their own child? Song must have had a reason for running away from them. But what if I'm wrong? What if she really is a willing participant and she's not the person I remember? I don't know. I need to think. None of this makes any sense to me. I just want to find her. I'll deal with everything else later. Let's talk to Azamel and Sentinel and learn what we can. A strange family member? Cut out. Probably embittered. I bet Eastbud was right, and we'll find Azamel at the end.
Unless you're here to bring me another drink, get out of my face. No idea who you are or what you're talking about. Leave me be. Back off, then follow me discreetly. Quickly, this way. The Emerald Eye has many agents and sentinels, but down here we can speak freely. I'll admit I wasn't entirely faking being a drunk, but I know who you are, Ember.
I've never seen you before in my life, Wine Breath.
I knew who you were as soon as I laid eyes on Ember. Matella, Song described her perfectly in her stories. Apologies for the secrecy, but if you know anything about the Emerald Eye, you understand the necessity. How much do you know already? Allow me to explain. The Emerald Eye came to power after our ancestors discovered an ancient relic in the desert. The relic gives the women of our family powerful visions. These visions are the key to the wealth and influence of the organization. Most are willing participants, but Song is forced to commune with the relic. The visions drain the life force of the vessel no matter what, but those who resist suffer greatly. The family profits off her agony and keeps her prisoner to ensure it. I don't know for sure. The Emerald Eye moves often to avoid being tracked, but I have the location of their last known camp at the Easterly Eyrie. Here, I'll mark it on your map for you. If the Eye has moved on, there still might be a clue there. I'm a selfish man. What can I say? I value my life. Song became the Emerald Eye's most sacred possession. Saved the relic. As soon as she was returned to them, trying to prize her free from their grasp by myself would have been a death sentence. I would not have spoken to you if I thought otherwise. You clearly seem capable enough. And when Song spoke of her friend Ember, she complimented her resourcefulness. I have no doubt that the two of you will be more successful than I. At length, her father would punish her for speaking of them. But while I was still in the family's good graces, I listened. I heard all about the gentle Jaka and pugnacious Silver Slip. It seems they treated her better than her own family ever did. There are strange texts about its origin passed down through generations, but even still, it's hard to know anything for sure. All I know is that it killed my sister, and our mother before her, and it will eventually kill Song, if you don't save her. There is a ritual. I've never seen one take place, but I've heard that the relic has enough power to take over the body of the vessel. During that process, a vision is given to the vessel. My sister made me a very rich man with such visions. It's just too much for their bodies to handle. Those who are willing, like my sister, can withstand the rituals for years before succumbing. But the end result is always the same. The visions rob them of their light and vitality until they are spent.
So, not only did Song's family kidnap her, but they did it so they could force her to commune with some creepy relic that makes them more powerful? Those emerald-eyed bastards. We have to get her away from them. I hope they try. I couldn't save Jaka from being forced to fight, and I couldn't save Silverslip from being turned into a vampire. But I'll be damned if I don't save Song from her fate. We need to get to that Emerald Eye camp. Now!
Hey, over here.
Silverslip? I knew you'd follow us.
Jakar and I have been tailing you and Ember. Between his sense of smell and my eyesight, we make a good pair of trackers. Ember told us to stay behind, but we couldn't let the two of you go off on your own. Song is our friend too. Emerald Eye. That must have been their symbol on the letters I saw before everyone got taken. I trust you and Ember to figure out what's going on. Jakar and I will follow close by if you need anything, but we'll leave any fighting to you. He's around here somewhere, either dozing or meditating. For such a large cat, he has the ability to make himself pretty unobtrusive. His health has improved a lot. I didn't have to slow down for him at all. Jakar and I will be close by.
This is it. Let's look around for a clue about Song. Phew! Glad we managed to beat that one. What did you find? You found something? What does it say? Is there anything in there about Song? Let me see. Oh, good, there's a map. Never heard of the place, but Necropolis sounds bad. Looks like we need to spot a tomb door that's different from the others? I say we go to the Metalian Necropolis, bust in there, make those Emerald-Eye bastards wish they were dead, and rescue Song. That's my rough plan anyway. Sound good? Good. Let's get to it.
Friends, did you find anything?
I was wondering when we'd see you, big guy.
This one let loose and ran through the sands. It felt good. Did you find anything in this place? Silverslip mentioned something about the Emerald Eye, but Song is not here. This is good, yes? You are close to finding her then. Jakar is worried for gentle Song. This one hopes you will find answers in Metalian Necropolis. She needed to feed. She will catch up with this one shortly. This one senses her worry. Silverslip tries to hide it, but this one knows her too well. She is restless, and will remain that way until Song is found. Oh, do not worry. Jakar is not recovered enough to do any real combat. Silverslip has already told me we must stay out of your way. We will leave any fighting to you and Ember. You are both very capable. But we will be close should you need us. Silverslip will be along soon. We will follow you to this necropolis place. Be careful, both of you.
Mother of all fish biscuits. Look at this place. don't do this!
Do not resist, Matela. You only make it worse.
Song! Ember! Help me! Ember! You have to destroy the wards! Please, help me! I see 3
will
confinement
commune
wards.
with the
Those
relic.
must be the ones Song wants us to destroy. Save her. Through that door! Hang on, Song! We're coming!
The Emerald... No! No! You're a fool to...
Tava, save me! It hurts. Please. It hurts. That must be the relic. It's hurting her. We need to destroy it. Are you all right?
We heard fighting and could not help ourselves. Is everyone safe?
Ember, Jaka, you're alive? How are you here?
Don't forget about me, precious.
I was so close to losing all hope. Then to see Ember again, my long-lost sister, at my greatest hour of need. And now my friends. Truly, Tall Papa has me in his gaze. And with that evil relic destroyed, I am free. Freer than ever before. No, I'm fine. Just tired. Thank you. But I must know, how did you find me, after all this time? The last time I saw Ember was the day the mercenaries took me, Silverslip, and Jaka. I feared I would never see them again, much less here. Truly? Oh, I had all but drowned in grief, thinking that my family hurt them to get to me. I cherished Ember, Silverslip, and Jaka more than anything. I tried to escape many times over the years in hopes that I might find them. No. You ensured the terrible legacy of the Emerald Eye will fizzle out. Without their precious relic, my family has no need of me. I am free to pursue my own life and reunite with my friends. I am sure there is much for us to talk about. My treacherous family will fall to ruin, and I am free. My friends are alive, and the future blooms like a flower before me. Please, discuss what you need to with Ember while I collect myself. She must wish to speak with you. I do not know. Freedom was just a forgotten dream to me before this moment. Now there are possibilities. And thanks to you, I have my friends here to help. Maybe it's silly, but what I want most is to just be near them. I don't care where we go. Really? I suppose the king was bound to investigate the Emerald Eye's activities at some point. I'm grateful for his offer. I don't think it's necessary, but perhaps I could still speak with him about routing out the last bits of the organization. The Emerald Eye was found ages ago. It brought our family wealth and power in the form of visions.
But only the women of the family could see such visions, and only by communing with the Eye. Then the Eye took and took until nothing was left. Yes, I fled when I learned the truth and watched my mother succumb to the Eye. It was horrible to watch her deteriorate. I did not want any part of it, but my family insisted. So I ran. I was lucky to find my friends, if only for a short time.
For the first time in years, I feel like I can take a breath. I don't really know what to do. There's so much I want to say to my friends, so much I want to tell them. They've all been through so much, and so have I suppose. No, I'm just thinking. I have carried this guilt and fear for a long time. Finally putting it down feels strange. Good, but strange. I think I needed to settle my past in order to move forward. I feel like a fog has been lifted. I knew you were special when I met you at Tordrea, but I never could have guessed you'd be the one to help me stitch the pieces of my past back together. You've reunited me with my friends, and become someone I trust. No small thing. Thank you. You helped me save Song and restore my family. My heart's lighter than it's been in years. I don't want to get emotional, but you have no idea how grateful I am that you're in my life. Adventuring alongside you is an honor. Please, take this. I feel like a child again, looking for the next adventure, wondering what trouble I can get into. Glad for my friends beside me to keep me strong. Now that the mystery's solved, I feel ready to take on all of Tamriel. Nothing can stop me now.
I'll be honest, I wasn't sure about you at first. But you've done more to undo what was done to us than I ever did. You're all right. Thanks for reuniting us, and for being a friend to Ember.
You and Ember have returned the brightness of the moons to Jakka's eyes. We four have been reunited against all odds. In the past years, huddled in pain or fear, this one nearly lost hope. But you ensured we may all find joy once again. Thank you.
I never had a place to call home as a kid. It's strange to me to have a bed of my own and a pillow to put my head on. But nice, too.